Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for August 2010. Now, even though you're going to be preoccupied maybe with a private matter, you're going to be hot on the trail of what you want and planning what you need to do to get it. You'll be thinking bigger, gathering information maybe. You could be traveling, you could be having more contact with those at a distance. You'll have the desire to push ahead to achieve those ambitions of yours, wanting to reach a certain standard or perhaps feeling scrutinized by others who are watching to see whether you come up to the mark as far as they see it in some sort of a way. There's a kind of an underlying tension with you at the moment. On the one hand, there's a stability at the roots of you and your foundations and your domestic setup, but there's also a kind of an uncertainty there, and that could be to do with your home, property, or members of your family. Maybe there's a state of flux there, but at the moment there's also a feeling of laying to rest old feuds and you know, just sort of in general kind of burying the hatchet. There may also be a deep resistance within you at the moment to kowtow to another's opinion or agenda, or maybe you have a gut feeling that their thinking is flawed, but you can't prove it. It's definitely a good time for you to be digging and delving. So maybe if you think somebody's thinking is flawed or phony, then if you dig down a bit, you might find that it isn't. Or on the other hand, if you think it isn't flawed or phony, you might dig down a bit and find that it is. Also, there could have to be some compromise over financial or property matters as well at the moment. Perhaps it's a joint financial situation. Those in positions of authority in your life may make you feel a bit frustrated or limited, particularly over the first week. But you'll just need to work around that. After the 10th, things really do even out and the picture brightens considerably, and that would be the best time for you to be moving forward with things, because you'll be doing that from a place of confidence rather than a place of feeling scattered maybe or pressured. This is a transformative 3 weeks for you. It's also 3 weeks of regeneration for you as well. So this is a good time for you to be clarifying things to yourself. Externally, maybe clearing out junk, decluttering, but also on the inside getting rid of a bad habit of thinking, or a bad situation, or a bad advisor. A situation which is bugging you, which puts a stress on you, because it's running counter to what you kind of instinctively feel is more truer for you. And if deep down you aren't crystal clear about what you really want, then now would be a good time for some introspection about your deeper feelings, and also where your bottom line is, what you really do feel about something, and your strengths, your potential, your value. And it's also a good time for you to research something, as I said before, gathering information on something, you know, not just looking at the surface level of things, really getting underneath the skin of something. So if you're tracking something, it could be around property maybe, or maybe around some other sort of private matter of yours, then is just not to take the thing at face value, is to get to understand it better. Now you've begun a 2+ year cycle of Saturn, your ruling planet, in your career sector. And this means that over this time you're going to be carving out a new path for yourself. You know, your standing is going to change in the community, and you will be crystallizing those high-flying ideals or ambitions into some sort of concrete reality, finding a platform to work from, whether that's professionally or personally. And you'll be building on that. It'll be incremental. You'll be doing it step by step. So at the moment, you're going to begin to take stock and ask yourself, where am I going? And the main thing to remember is, as this long transit unfolds, is to be true to yourself. And if you stand firmly in that affirmation, you will take to the responsibilities and challenges ahead more happily than you would if you were dancing to somebody else's tune and forgetting your own direction. Things may be up in the air around about the 21st, but overall you're going to be well placed to steer things in the direction you'd like after the 23rd. Now, just a mention of Pluto. Pluto has come into your sign and will be there for over a decade. And it will make more impact on early Capricorns at the moment, but the whole of the sign is going to feel the energy of change running through it. And this is a time, wherever you were born in the sign, when you are finding your personal power is more accessible than ever, but it comes in a disguise. You see, it might look like the Wicked Witch on the road. And the road could get a little bumpy at times, but the call from within you to grow will be so strong that you will make those decisions and take those actions which you only dreamed about before. So stand straight in your alignment with that calling and aim straight with your intention towards that place which is a more honest, authentic version of yourself. And just a note on an event that's happening on August the 12th. If you go outside and look skywards at about 11 p.m. at night, you should see the most beautiful meteor shower, and that's the Perseids, which happens around about this time, that time every year. And also, just remember that if you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too, because it'll throw a new light on or a different slant on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.